welcome.
Hello.
Hello. I'm so excited to have you. I want to welcome everyone to this episode of the Corporate Escapists TV show. I'm your host, Christine Innes, and I am joined by this beautiful woman, Nichola, all the way from Canada. And I just know that today's conversation is going to be incredible because, first of all, you have an incredible story. And we're going to talk about Marley's dream and the book with it and really how it got started. But one of the things that, you know, we've spoken a little bit about and just really how much of an impact that Marley's dream has actually made. So how about we just take a step back and just say thank you for joining me and welcome to the show.
I am honored. I'm just so excited. I'm cloud nine all day getting ready. And this is just such a special moment. It's very exciting.
Oh, I just want to let everyone know that Marley is actually joining us, but she is like off screen. So she is here.
She is? Yes, Marley. Come and say hi. Come here. Marley loves the spotlight, so I'm sure it won't be problem. Say hello.
She's adorable.
Oh, Marley.
Oh, hello.
Say hello. Oh, her ears are perking up. She loves your accent, just like me.
Do you want to let everyone know that, you know, the book that you've written, Marley's Dream, and
I have that here. Marley had added her personal touch with her little teeth marks.
Yeah.
This is. I don't know if you can see. Can you see the little teeth mark?
Oh,
that's her. Marley.
So cute, so cute. But I really love the fact that it really has come from something from the heart and really personal, especially, you know, you've shared a little bit about the story, especially how, you know, she's coming there to help you, obviously, with your dad and sort of, you know, bring a little bit of spark with it. Do you want to share with everyone sort of the story behind Marley's Dream and, you know, how it became a book?
Sure, absolutely. So I thought of ways. My dad and I have always had this very close bond. Like ever since I was born, I've just been extremely blessed with him. And I remember when I was a teenager and I said to him, "You don't have to worry about me so much, Dad." And he said, "No, when you were born," I said, "I'm going to take care of her." To the doctors, and he did. And he said, "So don't ever say that to me." So we have. I'm very fortunate. We do have a very close bond. And then when he was diagnosed with dementia, I was actually in the room with him. And it was just such a shock for both of us. And so I just went like into protective mode. What can I do? What can I do to help him? What can I, you know, and I just felt that we needed some love. And people had suggested like a puppy. And I thought, oh my goodness, like we have so much going on right now, you know, and how can I take care of a puppy? But then I thought about it for a while and I thought, yes, like, because, you know, friends reminded me about how much I love puppies because they've seen me with dogs and I do. And so I thought, yes. And the more I thought about it, I thought, I think a puppy is perfect. So Marley's story really grew in my heart because I was thinking about the feelings and how I feel around puppies. And I've always loved them. That was my first birthday present from friends of ours as a puppy when I was born. And so, yes, I've always loved dogs and puppies. So then I said to my hairdresser, you know what? I'm going to find a puppy. I want to find a puppy. Do you know of anybody that has any puppies? And so she did. And so then she connected me with this lady that lives fairly close. I'm on a beautiful farm, rolling hills. And so I went there and it just, the whole time, it just felt like everything was clicking and just so meant to be, you know, and the lady was so nice. She gave me a big hug and welcomed me. And you could tell that the puppies were very well taken care of. She was very protective. And, you know, she said, like, you're going to be her new mummy. And I know you're going to take very good care of her. And she gave Marley a blessing. And it was just such a special moment. And Marley really stood out. And like she was more wiggly and her eyes were more sparkly. She was just a very lively puppy compared to the huddle that her brothers and sisters were in. So, and Marley was close, like it was an instant bond. There was no whimpering or whining when I put her in the van with me, and she bonded with my dad, and my dad was very protective of her with his big hands and just holding her and petting her. And so then, she slept in the crate for like one night, and then like in the book, and then that was it. And she was in the bed with me. And because she's a support puppy for my dad, she literally goes everywhere with us. And, she just really has a great bond with me and my dad. She'll get up in the morning and want to go and check on him and bark for him to, pick her up. And so it's very sweet. And it gives him, because when we're out, everybody's drawn to Marley. So a lot of times with seniors, people don't bother to take the time to listen to their story. My dad has great stories, and had a great career on the railroad. And so he's always been very personable, very friendly. But Marley gives him that opportunity to talk about her. And, because he always says that he saved her. That's how we found Marley. He found her. Somebody threw her from a truck, and he saved her. So, and that is him. He's always been protective, right? Protective of me. Now he's it's neat for me to sit and watch, because it's like watching him with me, and when I was smaller, and still protective today, but yeah, so I like watching the two of them together.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he talks about Marley, but then that also leads to opportunities to talk about when he worked on the railroad and other things. So it's great.
Yeah, and that's really helped also, hasn't it, with his dementia, because it allows his mind to be active and, to keep the memories, I guess, alive as much as possible.
Well, communication is key, right? Because I think that's what happens with a lot of people with dementia. They don't feel there's any purpose, and society is just so busy. And so they don't take the time to, when they see an older person, to listen to their stories and find out about them, and so it does give him the opportunity to share his stories and his life.
See, I love that so much, because, Marley's dream has come from, a personal story, and, you've seen firsthand the interactions that she has not only with you, but with your dad, but also, people within the neighborhood, and, like it's really starting to build a community around her. What are your dreams?
Oh, it is.
Yeah. What are your dreams for Marley's dream? Like, where do you see the vision for it to continue?
Well, so right now we're in the process of working on a pitch. They have the first script done for Marley to have her own television show, and will be educational. Marley will be helping to teach math, and so they have to do the storyboard, and then the storyboard goes to the animator next week, and then we'll present the pitch. So if that's accepted, Marley will have a regular television show. So and I think when I was a little girl, I used to love the Pokey Puppy, and the Pokey Puppy had big brown eyes like Marley, and like the Pokey Puppy represented love to me. So I always had like brought happy thoughts to my mind. And I think that's the connection that Marley will have with the children. They won't be thinking about how hard math is, right? They'll be thinking, Marley's talking about math with us. And they'll be happy about Marley. So that will overcome any challenges or fears they have. I think will make it easier.
Because there's a really, like what I've found is that, with anything, like when you have this passion inside of you, and it really is it doesn't feel like it's hard work and such, because you're so passionate about it. And, I know how passionate you are, especially about Marley's dream. And the message inside of it is about, connection. It's about communication. It's about loving and acceptance, regardless of, anything else. And when you are bringing that passion forward even more, and do you find that, it's starting to break down some of the barriers, within, even just within the community when you go for a walk, like you're talking to lots of different people, because, Marley's sort of this sort of connector between the two?
She does, yeah. And that's the feeling, it was such a despair feeling when we found out about dementia. But then I thought, no, we're just going to keep sharing love. And we're going to get through this, because we're going to have this love, and we're going to share this love, and it's going to make everything brighter and better. And that's what's happening. And it's amazing, and I just had this feeling that I had to just share all my love and things would get better. And that's what happened. And Marley, yes, her love is affecting other people. The neighbors across the street, they had some difficult family tragedy recently, but Marley's always had this connection with them. Like, when we don't have a fenced backyard, so Marley, anytime you go outside, Marley's just on the run. And so I can say treat Marley, and that will work sometimes. But recently, and since this tragedy, I'll say, Marley, let's go see Dan. Come on, let's go see Dan. And she'll come running, and then he'll open the door, and she'll run up to him and give him all these hugs and kisses. And I think, wow. And that's just what he needs too, right? And it's just amazing to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the book, do you, like, from you writing it and putting it together, and obviously it's a passion project for you, has it exceeded what you thought would happen with it?
Absolutely. Yes. And it happened very quickly. Like, to get from the book to go to a show normally takes a lot of time in between. And, the book just came out in February. So I'm shocked at how quickly the message is resonating. And because now we're going to be in a local magazine, Mom and Caregiver. And that normally takes a year to even get in the magazine. And we're going to be in the July issue. So it's amazing how it's resonating with people. And, we, part of the monies are going to children with cancer and Alzheimer's and Humane Society. And they've been all, very receptive, and so and the timing.
Yeah. See, one of the things I really love, and obviously, we're talking because, with Marley's dream, but it's also about you having this passion inside of you, and you've taken that sort of leap of faith and, put your heart and soul into it. And I think that's really what the message that I really want people to take away from is that if you have a passion inside of you, if you have something that you really truly believe in, go for it, because you never know where it could actually end up. And I mean, I know that we've had a few conversations, and you're still taken by surprise that, okay, the book's here, and, you're going to be in the magazines, the TV show. So it really is, I think, a beautiful moment for anybody watching to sort of go, okay, well, Nichola's created this. She had this idea. She's got this passion. And now look at what's, come into play. And, if anyone can take that, from this episode today, is that, having your passion and actually, I guess, in a way, betting on yourself and going for it. That's really what can happen.
Absolutely, because truly that's where it's coming from. It's coming from my heart. And everything just came so naturally and easily, like meeting you. And like, if I would have never dreamed, like, that I'd be given such an amazing opportunity. It's like all my dreams came true so quickly. And it's just such a blessing. But there hasn't been a lot of like, oh my goodness, this is so hard and I don't know, what's going to happen. It's all came very naturally, very easily and very quickly, and been so much fun. And so definitely, if you have that passion, it will work out.
Yeah. And that's what I really,
You're
I
following
think
your
that's,
heart.
yeah, following your heart, following that passion. And, like I'm a big believer in that. I mean, this is my passion. This is what I love doing, connecting, with people all around the world and really sharing their stories and, shining that spotlight on people, because I think so many times that we get caught up in going, oh, well, we have self-doubt, we have insecurities, which everybody has. But when you've got that burning inside and you're really, allowing that to sort of, come into play, that it, wonderful things really do happen, because people
They do
feel the passion inside of you. And, that's really what people buy into.
Yes, absolutely. Because that's what Marley's dream. And Marley's dream is truly comes right from my heart.
Is there going to be another book?
There will be, because Marley is going to have puppies when she's 2. And so we'll do another book about Marley and her puppies and her boyfriend, her husband, hopefully husband. And Marley turns 2 in January. So next year. Yes.
Beautiful. Well, I'm excited.
Very exciting.
Very excited. And, I'm going to put the link below where everyone can be able to grab your book. It's on Amazon, it's on Kindle, so you can go in and grab a copy of the book.
Yes, and they can message. We're in the process of, my marketing is in the process of doing a Facebook page for me, a business page. So you'll be able to message me and order a book, and I'm, and chat to Marley. And so please, watch Marley's page.
Yeah. And she's adorable. She really is adorable. So I just want to say thank you so much for, sharing your sort of passion story with everyone today, and, letting everyone know that, when you do follow your heart, that, wonderful things happen. And I really love what you're doing with Marley's Dream, because it's a personal story that you're turning into just such a beautiful project. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the honor to be on your show. It truly is. And it just meant the world to me. And yes, I've just been thrilled from the moment I found out.
Oh, well, we're so
an amazing
excited.
Opportunity. Very grateful.
You're just such a beautiful lady, and I'm just, so grateful that we've connected, and we can get to share more of Marley's Dream. I'm going to put all the links below for everybody, so that they'll be able to get in touch with you, Nichola, and also they'll be able to reach out about Marley's Dream and go through and have a look.
Yes.
Make sure you take a look at Nichola's page. I'm just totally lost for words now, which is not very uncommon for me, but check out her article in the issue of the Corporate Escapists magazine, because it just really goes into a lot more depth, about Marley's Dream and, the story behind it. So thank you so much for joining me today, lovely.
Thank you.
I'm really blessed that you're here.
Oh, thank you. I love any opportunity to talk with you. Could you just give me that happy feeling in my heart?
Oh, you're just such a beautiful lady, and thank you so much. And I just want to thank everyone for joining us for this episode of the Corporate Escapists TV show.
Yes, thank you.
Just make sure that you live life. It's so exciting that I pinch myself every day that I get to do this for a job. So, I'm so excited. I just want to say thank you to everyone joining. Thank you, Nichola, for coming
it's definitely
on.
A passion for you.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll put all the details below. And make sure you live life to the fullest every single day.
You're part of Marley's journey now. So I'm so glad you're part of our journey.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you so much, lovely. And I'm sure that we'll be talking very, very soon.